Hey guys, welcome back to KrissBeauty. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christina. Some of you call me Kriss, others Tina. Whatever you prefer, girl, that's fine with me. Y'all, it has been a minute. I'm so sorry. I don't even have an excuse. Besides the fact that I was working on my mental health, which is always a great excuse. But we are back. We are better than ever. I'm so excited to be doing today's video because we're actually going to be trying a TikTok trend that's going around right now. I really try my hardest to catch these TikTok trends when they come out, but really, like, I don't like to try anything unless I feel like I can like really grasp it and something that I'm really gonna use, you know what I mean? But I want to test this out because it is a makeup hack. Y'all know, like, I'm obsessed with TikTok. Like, truly and honestly, I learn things on there every day and it makes me just like not regret not going to college, things like that. Like, I learned so much. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. If you are not already subscribed to KrissBeauty, girl, boy, honey, sweetie, darling, go ahead and subscribe to KrissBeauty, okay? Turn on your bell notifications and let's get started. All right, you guys, so I'm in a really good mood today. Today's a Thursday. You're probably not gonna see this on a Thursday, but today's a Thursday and this week has been extremely like productive. I go through bouts of like being super productive and being not productive at all. It's a good week. It's a really good week. So we're gonna jump right into it. I have my face already moisturized. I didn't want to do too much prep before because this was like a really small tutorial that I seen on TikTok, and it is, I mean, it really stood out to me because it is a like contour type of tutorial. I don't know if you guys recognize this girl, but I'll put the video up on the screen. Her name is Amanda with 2 D's. Amanda Justine or Justin. I'll put up her at somewhere, but basically she came up with this contour situation before foundation. Now you guys know my contour like routine, my own contour foundation base routine. I do cream contour and then I do foundation and then I do concealer and then the rest of the face. This is something that I started probably at like, I want to say the end of last year. No, that's a lie. I want to say I've been doing this technique probably for like a good year and a half. And I just find it like, I don't know, like I love cream contour, but I just find it easier to like put it under my foundation and things like that. And I also was inspired by Scott Barnes doing this type of technique, except I do it a little bit different. I'll go ahead and post that video right here. But I came across this contour routine on TikTok. Again, her name is Amanda Justine or Justin. Excuse me if I'm like butchering that name. But basically what she does is she kind of like contours like very interestingly, very similarly, but a little bit different. So she places the contour, I don't know if you guys can see, but she places the contour like going upwards, and this is supposed to like create a different type of shape and really bring out the dimensions in your face. I've never contoured like this, but I felt like this is my time to shine. So she doesn't show how she preps her skin. I went through her page. She doesn't really show like adding moisturizer, nothing like that, but personally I like to start off with moisturizer, primer, things like that. So I went ahead and I moisturized with my NAMIBIA. I'm gonna go ahead and take my LA Girl primer spray. This is to prep and hydrate the skin. I have super dry skin, so you can prep however you like. This has a little bit of fragrance in it. I picked this up from Target. It was probably like under $5. It kind of smells like coconut, which my face usually does not agree with, but we're gonna move on. But I like the way it makes my like skin look and feel and everything like that. Y'all, it's been so long since I did makeup. Obviously, it seems like she starts off with cream contour. One of my favorite cream contour products to use is by Juvia's place. This is their foundation stick. So it's not necessarily cream contour, but it's super full coverage. A little does go a long way. And this shade in particular, which is called Mozambique, I'll put it down in the description box. It is actually, I would say, it's actually similar to the shade that she's using, which is pretty like warm. I personally like to use a warm tone shade with a little bit of depth. So this shade is like perfect for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm like Super excited. It seems like she's using a like concealer brush to go ahead and like grab into the product and apply it to the face. So I'm going to be using the AOA Studio E131 brush. This is what it looks like. It's like it's a concealer brush, but it's not like super flat. It's a little bit thick. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to my face. So it seems like she has it on her forehead, just like this line here. I'm going to start over here and put it on my 5 head. The line is not too thick, but it's not super thin. See, I really do love this shade, but sometimes it could come off a little bit orange. I might have to add this shade here, which is called NAMIBIA, which is a little bit more deeper in shade. So, but we'll see. Okay, and then she has it here on her cheekbones. I always go like right above my cheekbones. I'm gonna do like a little bit of curve, you know, to really create that like definition. And then, darlings, okay, she has it here and then here, which I don't really know what like that would do, so I'm curious to know how it's gonna look. I think the most interesting part about this is when she places it like up here. I've personally never tried that technique, so I wonder if it'll make like an overall like big difference. Okay, I'm not gonna go too high. And then she places it right here, the nose. Okay, so she seems like she stops right here for the nose. She doesn't go all the way down, which is pretty similar to what I do, except I kind of like shape it into a circle. And then she has additional product here. Okay, this is what it's looking like so far. We're looking crazy. I love it. Okay, she does hit the jawline. Okay, and then for the last step, which is what really caught my eye, she kind of like lengthens the lips, which I feel might be a game changer. So she kind of brings it out, because I've always said like I love the size of my lips, but I've always like felt like they're like really small, which I love, don't get me wrong, but like I feel like this would widen them a little. I don't know. The only thing that I would do differently with this particular contour method is I would like go around my lips, just because like that's what I'm used to. But I want to see what this looks like. What I am going to do though is grab the shade NAMIBIA, which is the more deeper tone. I just feel like this shade is a little orangey for me, so I'm really going to grab like a tiny bit and just go over everything. Alright y'all, so I went over everything. I definitely think that this tone is a little bit better. So now she blends it out, which I definitely like to do in my routine, but I like to do, like I don't like to blend it out too much, but I'm just gonna go according to what she's doing. I'm gonna blend it out with my sponge. This is from e.l.f. It's linked in the description. I'm gonna use this to like buff out this product. Just a little tip, if you find that your cream contour is a little bit dry, you can go ahead and add some hydrating spray or even like your setting spray, and it'll help things just move along. But I love this Juvia's Place cream contour stick, well, foundation stick, just because like it literally like it's so creamy, but it doesn't like blend out to nothing, you know. But either way, I feel like you don't want, especially when you're doing cream contour like under foundation, you don't want it to like, you know, be completely invisible under the foundation. So I like to be very careful when blending. All right, y'all, so I blended it out. I know it doesn't look like it. Oh my god. Okay, so I blended it out to the best of my ability. Like I said, I still want the cream contour to like peek through. So it looks a mess. No, it looks a mess, like absolutely. Let's see what she does next. Hers definitely doesn't look like mine. Okay, she's explaining that it has to be like everything like flips, blah blah blah. Okay, so now she applies foundation. She kind of already like applied it. She doesn't even like, you know, show when she does it, which is fine. We're not gonna panic. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Photo Focus foundation, my dewy one from Wet n Wild. I'm in the shade Cream Beige. Love 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 this, and we're just gonna apply this on the face. I don't know, she doesn't like show a particular like method, so I'm just gonna like apply it to places that I usually would. She doesn't seem to like avoid the cream contour areas like I do, so I'm gonna start off with just a little bit because I really want this to like show underneath the foundation. Okay, I blended everything out. I don't know, you guys. What do you think? This is what the face is looking like. I definitely see like definition in places that I usually don't see them. Like I see a lift. There's a little redness peeking through because I didn't put like way too much foundation. You know, I always have redness peeking through right here, which is not the issue. We'll fix that. But like, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this just yet. She goes ahead and she applies concealer. She applies it honestly pretty damn similar to how I apply it, except the lips. The lips are very interesting. So, all right, so I'm taking my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Light Beige. So she places it a little under the eyes. Well, not under the eyes, but like the corner of the eyes. And I love doing this particular method because it lifts everything. Okay, and then she places highlight like on the, I guess this would be called a Cupid's bow. I don't know. Yeah, and so this is what her highlight concealer situation looks like, give or take. I think this is a really good placement, so I'm gonna go ahead and buff this out. I'm already noticing a nice like lift effect. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my under eye, but I just want to say that I would usually apply a little bit more under the under eye, but let's see how this looks. Sometimes less is more, so I'm gonna trust the process. Okay, you guys, so this is what it's looking like. Honestly, I really like it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my face, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you my thoughts. But like, this is what it's looking like so far. I think it's giving a really nice lifting effect, and we're gonna see how everything sits towards the end. I'm gonna go in the same direction with my bronzer, my highlight, all of those things, my powder. But what do you think so far? I like the face a lot. I like the cheekbones. Let's see how this goes. All right, guys, so I bronzed off of camera and I applied some powder. I just want to give you guys a little bit of insight into like what I'm doing off of camera. So I applied my Airspun as usual, but what I'm trying to do, first of all, I bronzed in all the places that I cream contoured, which is something that I usually do, but it was a little bit different now because I you know, did the whole lifting effect here, a little bit there. I don't know if you guys can see, but like I feel like bronzing in that way brought it out like a lot more, which I really enjoyed. I also applied cream blush before I set my face. So I applied Airspun, but what I also applied was this AOA Studio Perfect Finishing Press Powder, just to give it a little bit more of a lighter effect, and it can like bring out that like lift a little bit more. I just had this sitting for a second while I did my brows. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this away, just like this. I will say that I love her method of the nose contour. I feel like I'll definitely take that tip 100%. But like, everything looks like lifted and snatcherini. Okay, so I would say that the face is definitely looking really pretty. I think that it makes such a difference when you repeat those steps while you're bronzing and setting your face. I feel like, I don't know if you would definitely see it too much, like if you just set your face like regularly. I don't know. But I'm seeing it, I'm loving it, I'm feeling it, I'm vibing. Okay, let me go ahead and finish the eyes off of camera real quick. I just wanted to show you guys what we got going on. Yeah, so I'll be right back. All right, you guys, I am back. I went ahead off camera and I did the rest of the face. I've not done my makeup in a minute, so just this is what we got going. I think it's really cute though. We went for like a bronzy sort of like cat eye today, and honestly I'm loving the whole vibe. But honestly, I want to give you guys my thoughts on this contour technique that I learned from TikTok. First of all, I think that it's going somewhere. I really do. I think that I would definitely take a couple things from this particular method and use it like in my future foundation routine. But I think there was some things that were a little bit unnecessary. I definitely think snatching the jaw, always, forever, number one. We never forget her. She's always on the bus first. She's in the front. And then the forehead, definitely the cheekbones. I really liked this nose contour. I usually like go around my nose and sort of like try to use my bronzer or my cream contour to sort of like shape my nose, and then it ends up looking a little bit muddy and I kind of have to like keep going back and forth. But with this contour method, I actually learned that you can just come down the bridge of the nose and stop and sort of like indent and then like bring the tip of the nose up. You don't necessarily have to go around. So I really do like that particular like method for like nose contour. Now, as far as like this lifting thing, I don't know how much I really liked it. I'm not gonna lie. I think maybe like these things right here. What are they called? Like your smile situations at the end. I don't know what it's called. I would probably use that method, but I don't know if like this lifting thing right here, I think honestly, I think certain things work for like different people. And I think for my face shape, I don't think that it did anything special on her though. Like when I seen it, I seen the lift, which is why I wanted to try this method. But I think I would stick to like going around the lips, making sure that it's pouty, which by the way, I will be dropping my lip tutorial because I learned how to like make my lips go from like nothing to like va va voom. So if you want that lip tutorial, go ahead and let me know down below. Yeah, so I think that I would just emphasize the lips the way that I usually do. I like the technique where you're like lifting up your eyes, you know, with the concealer. That's something that I always like usually do. I don't really know how I feel about putting it under. That's something that I used to do and I just feel like it left things a little bit too harsh. But honestly, overall, I think it's a really good technique. However, I do want to point out that I feel like the more that you emphasize it, meaning like after you set your face, I feel like, I'm not sure if she mentioned in the video, but I would definitely emphasize going over with bronzer to really make things pop. Like, especially if you really want things to be like chiseled and things like that, I would definitely like, sometimes cream contour could get a little lost, like with foundation, whether you do foundation first or like after. I just think that bronzing and making sure that the steps afterwards are like completed pretty similarly in order to get that like effect, you know, that extra oomph. So I definitely feel like if you're gonna try this, you know, try it how, you know, you would. If you're comfortable doing this technique, definitely do it. I think that it does something, especially if you're new to like cream contour, this could like change your entire life. But as someone who kind of does something, you know, how she does it, I'm kind of used to my own thing, but I definitely like some of the techniques that she used and I would definitely use it in a future video. You guys, this is the finished look. I'm like so excited. I recently cut my hair too, so, you know, whatever. But anyways, you guys, I really enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed like doing this, like sort of like trying this tutorial technique out. I see a bunch of techniques on TikTok and I actually want to do like a whole video based on like all the techniques that I find. If you want that video, let me know down below. If you have a particular technique that you want me to try out, let me know. And if you try out this technique, let me know down below. Let me know how it works for you. If you agree, disagree, maybe something that I could have done to like, you know, really bring this like to life. But overall, I probably give this technique like an 8 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie. I think that cream contour is genius, especially if, you know, you got like a little double chin and you want to do a little extra chiseling. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, and this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to this point, I really appreciate you. I appreciate all my new subscribers and I will definitely be having more content being pushed out in the very near future. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.